The common and easily understood perspective of Stoicism, an old ideology that teaches us a different viewpoint, carries with it an invisible pressure we impose on ourselves. There is a phrase that goes, "If you want something, pursue it to the end and never give up." Nothing in life has to be forced or controlled. Consider the times you've tried to exert control over everyone and everything around you in order to get the result you wanted. Maybe you put your whole heart and soul into a relationship or a job, only to discover that the more you tried, the more complicated and out of control things became. These failures not only physically drain you, but also breed deep-seated insecurity and disappointment. This doesn't mean you're not good enough or unworthy. Sometimes it's simply because we are forcing life to conform to our will, forgetting that life is naturally a flowing stream. Living a life without forcing things is not easy, especially in a world that constantly and imposes standards of success and happiness. However, by applying the principles of Stoicism, you'll discover that life becomes much lighter and more meaningful when you no longer feel the need to control everything. Let me guide you through 10 methods to achieve this, so you can live a more meaningful and peaceful life. These methods will not only help you reduce stress and anxiety, but also allow you to find joy and satisfaction in every moment of life. Before we start the video, as usual, I have a small challenge for you. Watch the video to the end, don't miss a single part, and then apply what you learned to your life a week later. Come back here and share the changes in your life. Leave a comment saying, "Go with the flow" below, so I know you accept the challenge and are ready to explore the profound wisdom of Stoic philosophy. Prepare yourself, because the first step on your road of life discovery is to live fully in the moment. According to Stoic philosophy, this is a key idea that leads to happiness and serenity. One of the most well-known Stoic philosophers, Marcus Aurelius, famously said, "Do not act as if you were going to live 10,000 years. This quote serves as a reminder that time is limited and valuable, and that only the present moment is truly within our grasp. Living fully in the present entails putting all of your attention on the here and now, feeling and savoring every moment to the fullest. This makes you feel less stressed and anxious about the future and lets you experience the small joys of everyday life in vision. When you're sitting beneath a historic tree, taking in the sound of birdsong, and feeling the soft wind caress your skin, you may forget about unfinished business or far-off plans and just be fully present in the moment. When we live fully in the present, we not only enrich our own lives, but also bring peace and joy to those around us. To live fully in the present, ask yourself what is happening right now and how can I enjoy this moment to the fullest. These questions will help you return to the present. Have you ever sat next to a loved one and realized you were entirely caught up in other thoughts, missing the precious moment at hand? Minimize distractions and experience a stronger sense of connectedness to the environment around you. Put this into practice every day, whether you're eating, working, or just taking a breath. Being mindful of every little thing you do will help you see its importance. Set aside a few minutes every day to meditate, which will help you cool down and connect with yourself again. Let go of your worries and stress and enjoy each present moment. Number 2, understand that life is always changing, and that change is the only thing that stays the same. Sage Herodotus said, "No man ever steps in the same river twice, because it's not the same river and he's not the same man." Everything is always changing. In our daily lives, we often hold on to security and wish things would stay the same. But can we really fight the natural flow of time and change? Impermanence is not just a philosophical idea, it's a fact of life. Think about the times you've tried to hold on to a good feeling or avoid a bad one. Have you noticed that all emotions, happy or sad, pass without understanding? Knowing this helps us enjoy the present and not let worry or disappointment sweep us away. The change of seasons is a real-life example of how life is always changing. The spring brings new life, and the summer is full of energy. In the same way that autumn is soft and romantic, and winter is cold but gets us ready for spring, our lives go through cycles. Everything changes, and it's these changes that make life interesting and balanced. Understanding and accepting impermanence makes us more patient and strong in all situations. For example, when we're having a hard time, we can remind ourselves that this is just a part of the journey and it will pass. This way, we can focus on what we can control and do our best. When we realize that everything is temporary, we start to value what we have more, even the smallest things in our daily lives. Ask yourself, what can I be grateful for today? The question for us is how to live in peace with this change. Stoic philosophy suggests the practice of acceptance. When we accept that everything happens for a reason and that we can't change anything, we will feel calmer and more at ease. Let's move on to the next lesson to get a better grasp of this. Third, the power to accept things as they are. Acceptance is more than just giving up or quitting. It's about having the inner strength to stay calm in any situation. With clarity, Epictetus philosopher Socrates once said that we can't change the outside events that happen to us, but we can always change how we react to them. This range is what gives acceptance its power. Think about a time when you were going through a tough time. It could have been losing your job, having a relationship end, or getting a major illness. Our first response is often resistance, denial, and an attempt to change reality. But have you ever thought, what would happen if I stopped resisting and started accepting? Acceptance is not giving up. It's about understanding the situation and finding a better way to deal with it. Acceptance doesn't mean giving up on your dreams or stopping to strive. On the contrary, it helps you see what's important and refocus your goals. For example, when a job opportunity doesn't work out the way you thought it would, don't be upset. Instead, accept that it's part of the journey and keep looking for other opportunities. Acceptance makes us stronger and more able to handle the changes that come up in our lives. Inner peace comes from being freed from the whirlwind of bad feelings like anger, fear, worry, and so on. Have you ever thought about what would happen if you just accepted things the way they are without trying to change or control them? Would you feel more at ease and calm? Acceptance doesn't make us weak. It gives us the strength to face every task with calm and confidence. Acceptance is not a passive action. It's a choice that helps us live a fuller and more peaceful life. It's how we get in sync with life's flow, able to handle every problem and challenge without getting caught up in the vortex of dissatisfaction and stress. Give it a try, and you'll see how the power of acceptance can really change your life. 4. Learn to let go. One of the main ideas behind Stoicism, which teaches us how to live a peaceful and happy life, is to learn to let go. Letting go doesn't mean giving up or becoming passive. It means realizing and accepting that some things are out of our control. For example, if you hold on to a hot stone too tightly, you will get burned. But if you let go, you will feel light and comfortable. In the same way, we must learn to let go of pains and problems in order to find peace. Have you ever wondered why you hold on to sadness, anger, and disappointment? You hurt yourself and can't live a happy, worthwhile life because of these bad feelings. Marcus Aurelius said that the happiness of your life rests on the quality of your thoughts. Letting go of things that don't serve us makes our minds lighter and freer. This doesn't mean giving up on everything. It just means choosing what's important and holding on to that. Letting go is like cleaning out a room by getting rid of things that don't serve us anymore to make the space feel lighter and airier. Letting go can be used in many areas of life. You can let go of bad relationships, unrealistic expectations, or worries about the future. You can let go of mistakes you've made in the past and learn to forgive yourself. Ask yourself what is stopping you from living a happy, meaningful life. What can you let go of to make room for better things? Learning to let go isn't easy, but it will lead you to true freedom and peace. Remember that letting go doesn't mean giving up. It means accepting and appreciating what you have. Do you agree with this point of view? If so, please like the video and let us know what you think below. Now let's move on to lesson number 5. Practice. Being mindful. Mindfulness is more than just paying attention to what's going on around you. It also means being deeply aware of your own feelings and thoughts without judging them. Being mindful helps us live in the present, lowers stress and anxiety, and leads to peace and happiness in life. As the Stoic philosopher Marcus Aurelius said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events." You will find strength if you understand this. This sentence emphasizes that practicing mindfulness helps us control our minds, which is more important than trying to control things outside of our control. For example, after a stressful day at work, you come home and your mind is full of thoughts about work, family, and personal duties. Instead of letting these thoughts take over, take a few minutes to sit quietly, breathe deeply, and practice mindfulness. Ask yourself, what can I do right now to feel more at peace? This will not only help you relax, but it will also make you more alert and help you see things more clearly and calmly. Mindfulness helps us stay focused when we're going through tough times, preventing us from getting distracted by bad feelings and outside events. Think about whether you can control something, and if not, learn to accept and let go. As Epictetus said, "It's not what happens to you that counts, but how you react to it." Being mindful isn't easy and takes time, but the benefits are huge. You can start with simple exercises like deep breathing and focusing on each breath, feeling the air entering and leaving your body. As you do these exercises, ask yourself, what am I feeling right now? What am I thinking? Why? These questions will help you become more aware of yourself and your surroundings, which will free you from worrying about the past or the future. We're halfway through our journey today. Thank you for being here. Your presence shows that you're ready to live more wisely, to build a happy and fulfilling life. Please hit the subscribe button and share this video with your friends and family if you find it helpful. This will be a great motivation for me. Let's move on to the 6th part of our journey. Use silence well. In today's world of constant noise and activity, the power of silence is often overlooked. But to a Stoic philosopher, silence isn't just a way to stop talking. It's an art of keeping your mind and feelings in check. When we listen to silence, we hear both the sounds around us and the voice in our souls. That's when we can truly understand ourselves and the people around us. Silence helps us see things more clearly and wisely. Has silence ever helped you find answers to hard questions or peace when you were stressed out or anxious? When was the last time you were truly silent and listened to what your heart had to say? When there is conflict, silence can help us figure out how to respond wisely instead of reacting with anger or meaningless words. As Epictetus said, we have 2 ears and 1 mouth, so we can listen twice as much as we speak. When we listen more than we speak, we make room for understanding and real connection. When was the last time you were truly quiet to listen? What did you learn in that time of silence? You may realize that silence isn't just stopping talking. It's about reaching deeper into your soul and finding peace and wisdom in every moment of your life. Silence is the most powerful voice of self-control and understanding. We want to know, Have you recently embraced silence to listen to your inner voice? What new insights have you found? Share your stories and deepest insights in the comments section. Number 7. Have fun on the way, not just the end result. Stoicism says that the most important thing in life is not what we achieve or how things turn out in the end, but the journey we take to get there. For example, if you are climbing a mountain, the peak is the ultimate goal, but the steps you take along the way are what matter. On this journey, you make new friends, learn from your mistakes, and enjoy the beauty of nature around you. If you only focus on the summit, you will miss out on all of these wonderful experiences. The question is whether you can be happy without reaching the top, but by enjoying every step of the way. In life, we often focus on getting things done and forget that the path to those things is where we learn and grow. Tough times and even mistakes can teach us a lot. We put too much pressure on ourselves and get upset quickly when things don't go as planned, when we focus on the results. But if we learn to enjoy each step, life becomes lighter and more meaningful. How can you use this principle in your daily life? Ask yourself if you can find meaning and joy in the little things you do every day. Can you learn to love the process instead of just focusing on the end result? When we change our view and enjoy the trip, we find that life is fuller and more meaningful. Enjoying the journey doesn't mean we don't have any goals or care about the results. It just means we focus on the process, on the daily steps, and on how we live and work. Remember that life is a series of moments, and each one is worth savoring and cherishing. This is the basis for our next lesson. Today, we learned about how important it is to keep things simple. Now let's move on to Lesson 8. Enjoy the little things in life. Have you ever thought about why kids enjoy the smallest things so much? A soft breeze, a falling leaf, or a warm hug from their parents can make their faces light up with radiant smiles. Children teach us a valuable lesson about finding joy in the present moment and in the simplest things. People often get caught up in the whirlwind of their own goals and dreams, chasing after luxury, power, and money in the hopes that these things will bring them happiness and joy, but they don't. The Stoic ideology says that joy comes from the little things in life. These little things make us happy and calm. Stoic ideas tell us to live in the present and be thankful for what we have. Marcus Aurelius once said that all you need to live a happy life is to change the way you think. When we stop going after faraway things and start enjoying each moment, we will see that happiness is close at hand. Stoic philosophy teaches us that finding joy in small things not only makes us happy, but it also helps us get along better with others. When we appreciate what we have, we feel less envious and less like we need to compare ourselves to others, and we get along better with everyone around us. Take a moment every day to pause and think about what you're grateful for. Take a deep breath and look for the little things that matter around you. A good meal, a good book, or just some alone time with family and friends. Remember that the richest person is not the one who has the most, but the one who needs the least. By learning this, you also learn to be thankful. Let's move on to Lesson 9. How to be thankful. Being grateful is more than just saying thank you when someone helps you. It's a way of life that requires us to take a moment to think about what we're thankful for. Think about and appreciate the good things that happen to us. We often don't notice how these little things can bring us great joy and happiness if we learn to value them. Marcus Aurelius said, "When you wake up in the morning, think of what a precious privilege it is to be alive, to breathe, to think, to enjoy, to love." This reminds us that happiness doesn't come from doing big things, but from noticing and being thankful for the small, simple things that life gives us. When you're feeling tired or stressed, stop and ask yourself, what am I grateful for today? This simple question can help you change your perspective and find joy in the ordinary. Viktor Frankle, a psychologist and philosopher, lived through the worst conditions to escape the Auschwitz concentration camp. His story shows how powerful thanks can be. Frankle was thankful for even the smallest acts of kindness from other prisoners. Being thankful kept his faith and helped him get through the hardest times in his life. Think about what you're thankful for right now: a good friend, a job you love, or just your health. By practicing gratitude, you not only find joy in the little things, but you also build a stronger and more peaceful life. Soul gratitude is not something far away or hard to reach. It's right in front of us if we just take a moment to think about and appreciate the good things in our lives. As the Stoic philosophers taught, let gratitude be your guiding principle for a peaceful and happy life. In the eyes of many, solitude, being alone, is a bad thing that they always try to avoid. But to the Stoic philosopher, solitude is not an enemy to be avoided, but a close friend and a chance to learn more about oneself. In solitude, we are not bothered by the noise of the world around us or by social pressures or expectations of others. We can instead listen to our own words and face our truest thoughts and feelings. When you're by yourself, how do you feel? Are you empty and insecure, or do you find peace and clarity in your soul? Being by yourself gives us a chance to think about and understand ourselves. It helps us reevaluate our lives, our values, and our goals to find out what really matters to us. Marcus Aurelius said, "Our life is what our thoughts make it." Being alone gives us the chance to think, which helps us improve the quality of our thoughts and, in turn, the quality of our lives. When we are thankful for being alone, we no longer see it as a punishment, but as a precious gift that helps us grow and mature. Take time for yourself, find quiet moments in your busy life, and listen to your inner voice. Spend an afternoon walking, relaxing, or just reading a favorite book by yourself. You will find that being alone is the best way to get ideas and find peace. Silence is not a threat. It's a guide and a friend who helps us find ourselves. Being thankful for solitude is thankful for life because it gives us chances to learn and grow. Let Stoic philosophy show you the way so you can live a full and important life on your way to happiness and meaning. A lot of people mix up effort and force, and they forget that sometimes the key to freedom and happiness is to just let go, to live in harmony with nature, ourselves, and life. Stoicism teaches us that not forcing things to go our way doesn't mean giving up on our dreams or goals. Instead, it means learning to enjoy each moment, accepting that some things are beyond our control, and accepting that life isn't always what we want it to be. When you stop forcing things and start living naturally, you'll see that everything gets clearer and easier. Joy and happiness aren't destinations. They're found in each step you take in the acceptance and deep understanding of life's essence. Thanks for coming with us on this trip. Being here means you're ready to become a real Stoic. If you like the video and want to share it with others, don't forget to like and subscribe, and click the bell icon to make sure you don't miss any of our videos. For the next week, let the philosophy of Stoicism help you live a full, meaningful, and peaceful life. Then come back and tell us about it. Listen to me whenever you need to. Don't try to make your life work. Let it happen on its own, and enjoy every moment. I'll see you in the next movie.